بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. الحمد لله رب العالمين. اللهم صل على محمد وعلى آله وصحبه وسلم. أقدم لكم نفسي محمد اسماعيل عبد الله، بكالوريوس طب وجراحة الفم والاسنان، ماجستير في طب الاسنان الوقائي، تدريسي في كلية طب الاسنان جامعة الانبار. اللقب العلمي مدرس مساعد. Our lecture about environment and health، الصحة والبيئة. Okay. What is the environment؟ الآن نعرف الانvironment. طبعا من خلال هذه الصور الانvironment يمثل كل ما هو موجود في الطبيعة. The tree, air and soil around us. الأشجار، الهواء، التربة، كل ما حولنا هو أيضا يمثل البيئة. All the places we live, work and play. Our fields, farms and the food we grow. Our oceans, lake and rivers. كل هذه تمثل الانفايرومنت. Tree, air, soil, place, live, work, play, our fields, farm, oceans, lake and river, all these represent the environment. What is the health؟ كل شيء يعزز الصحة. Nutrition, food help us stay healthy. الأغذية الصحية الصحيحة تساعد على بقاء الصحة. Regular exercise helps keep us strong and healthy. الرياضة المنظمة والتمارين المنظمة أيضا تساعد على إعطاء صحة وقوة ونشاط. Doctors, hospitals and medicine help us get healthy if we are sick. Environment and health. Can be defined as the sum total of all conditions and influences that affect the development and life of an organism. إذن all conditions and influences that affect development and life of an organism. Air, food, water, sunlight, noise, soil, all these affect the development of life of organism. وكذلك هذه الأمور أيضا تؤثر على health of population. وكذلك يجب دراسة هذه العناصر to study of how the environment affects your health. To study how the environment affects your health. إذن دراسة الأير والفود, water, sunlight, noise, soil, how can affect your health. There are many things around us that help us stay healthy. شنو هاي الأمور أو ما هي هذه الأمور الجيدة التي تساعد وتعزز الصحة؟ Oxygen in the air, nutrient in food, medicine and vitamin, beautiful sensory to look at, family and friends. إذن هذه الأمور هي التي تعزز وتقوي الصحة. Bacteria and viruses, harmful chemicals, substance, tobacco smoke, stress, loud noises. These are a hazard that affect on the health. A hazard is anything in the environment that can hurt you or make you sick. إذن هذه الأمور البكتيريا, الفيروسز, harmful chemical substance, tobacco smoke, stress, loud noise, all these hazard effect that present in the environment can affect on your health. Environment. Environmental, it comprises of the physical environment. It is applied to non-living things and physical factor like air, water, soil, climate. إذن أي الأشياء الغير حية والعوامل الطبيعية مثل الهواء والماء والتراب والمناخ هذه تعتبر physical environment. Biological environment. It is the universe of living things which surround man, including man himself. Psychological environment. It is include a complex psychological factors which are defined as those factors affecting personal health, healthcare, and community well-being that stem from the psychological makeup of individuals and the function of social group like culture, habit, religion, occupation, and income. إذن environment comprises of physical environment, biological environment, and psychological environment. The activities under environment health include control of air pollution, radiation, and noise, accident prevention, public recreation, solid waste management, food hygiene, and sanitation measure at times of epidemic, disasters, emergencies, and migration. Pollution. Pollution, it is distinct from contamination and implies the presence of offensive but not necessarily infectious in the environment. إذن البوليوشن يميز عن الكونتامينيشن. الكونتامينيشن يكون with the infections. Pollution without or not necessary with the infections. Environment indicators: air pollution, radiation, water pollution, noise pollution. طبعا احنا راح ندرس هذه الأمور اللي تؤثر على البيئة وتؤثر على صحة الإنسان اللي هي 4 indicators, 4 environment indicators: the air, radiation, water, noise, pollution. First environment indicator is air pollution. It is important physical factors, causes mechanical and irritation of the respiratory passage and lungs. Pure air is never found. The foreign substances are always present in air at all times and all places. toxic substance, toxic and irrigant gases and fumes that are present in the air pollution, carbon monoxide and carbon dioxide. Nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, hydrogen sulfide, ammonia and ozone. Lead also considered as a toxic substance in the air pollution, is a naturally occurring element that is used in the manufacturing of many industrial and cosmetic products. Health problems associated with the overexposure to the lead are anemia, birth defects, bone damage, neurological damage, kidney damage, and others. Exposure is by ingestion and inhalation. The exposure of the lead is by ingestion and inhalation. Children are particularly at risk from the eating peeling lead paint. The prevalence of very high blood lead levels among young children declined significantly between 1984 and 1994, primarily because the removal of lead from the gasoline. Occupational exposure is a major source of lead intake for adults. Source of air pollution. Sources of air pollution: industrial, consumption of coal and oil, motor vehicles more in urban area, miscellaneous. إذن هذه هي مصادر التلوث، تلوث الهواء. The effect of air pollution. هناك there are immediate effect and delay effect. The immediate effect, like allergy, acute bronchitis. The delay effect are chronic bronchitis and lung cancer. It does not affect the orodontal disease, but indirectly it affects the development of joint and nasopharyngeal complex, thereby affecting the orodontal structure. Prevention and control of air pollution. How can you protect the community from the air pollution? By dilution and ventilation. Green belts around industrial zones reduce air pollution. إذا نجعل في الحزام من الأشجار ومن الأشجار الخضراء حول المصانع حتى تقلل وتخفف من الاير pollution. Prevention of escape substances. Converting coal-based industrial to electricity-based. حول المصانع ذات الوقود أو الاحتراق بواسطة احتراق الوقود إلى مصانع كهربائية. إذا نحول المصانع من مصانع معتمدة على احتراق الوقود إلى مصانع تعتمد على الطاقة الكهربائية. Legislation Smoke Nuisance Act. Legislation Smoke Nuisance Act to improve quality of air and to prevent and control air pollution. Legislation Smoke Nuisance Act to improve quality of air and to prevent and control air pollution. International action. World Health Organization (WHO) has established an international network of many centers and laboratories in various parts of the world for monitoring and study of air pollution. إذا منظمة الصحة العالمية تعمل في شبكة من مراكز وبحوث مختبرات في أجزاء مختلفة من العالم لمراقبة ودراسة تلوث الهواء. Type 2 of pollution indicator, radiation. Radiation is part of man's environment. It is a transmission of energy through space. Ionizing radiation is applied to radiation which has the ability to penetrate tissue and deposit its energy within them. إذا الionized radiation هو يخترق التشيو ويترسب مع طاقته خلال التشيو. Effect of radiation on oral tissue. Mucositis. Secondary infection by Candida albicans. Taste bud. Radiation affect the taste bud. Taste acuity decrease during course of radiation. Salivary gland. Reduce salivary fluoride, lead to dry mouth, which cause difficulty in swallowing. Teeth. A tooth bud may be destroyed by radiation and lead to severely retarded development of teeth. Bone infection and necrosis may occur following irradiation, like osteoradionecrosis. Protection from radiation. How can you protect yourself and other patients from the radiation? Number 1, by unnecessary X-ray exposure or radiation exposure should be avoided, especially in children and pregnant women. Then, unnecessary X-ray exposure should be avoided, especially for children and pregnant women. Lead apron and thyroid collars. Wearing for lead apron and thyroid collars will reduce the intensity of scattered radiation or X-ray. طبعا الليد apron used especially for pregnant women. Film badge should be used by all workers, then all team workers that work in the Department of X-ray should be use the film badge. لأن هذا يقيس الintensity of radiation. Safe distance from the X-ray machine. Third type of pollution indicator, water pollution. The main cause of problems heard in the underdeveloped or developed countries is lack of safe drinking water. If water containing effective and parasitic agent, poisonous chemical substance, it is called polluted or contaminated water. Hazard of water pollution may be classified in two groups. Biological hazard, characterized by the presence of infective agent like viral bacteria. Chemical hazard, characterized by the presence of the chemical substance like cyanide, heavy metal, mineral, organic acid, nitrogenous sulfide, and ammonia. Then the differences between the biological and chemical hazard. Biological, characterized by presence of infective agent, and chemical hazard, characterized by presence of chemical substance. Biological hazard. These are living organisms or their products that are harmful to humans. Waterborne disease are diseases that are transmitted in drinking water. Examples are poliovirus, hepatitis A virus, salmonella, shigella, cholera. These disease organisms are shed into the water in feces and can produce illness in those who consume untreated, contaminated water. Our municipal water treatment. Our municipal water treatment facilities are usually able to purify water by removing these agents or killing them by disinfecting the water. Foodborne disease are diseases transmitted in or on food. Examples of foodborne agents are the bacteria Salmonella, serotype Enteriditis, Escherichia coli, as well other agents. To protect against foodborne disease, sanitarians from local health department routinely inspect food service establishment and retail food outlets to verify that food is being stored and handled properly. إذا عندنا البيولوجيكال هازارد هي living organism or their product that harmful to human. عندنا two type الwaterborne disease يعني disease اللي تنتقل خلال الدرينكينج ووتر، وعندنا foodborne disease transmitted in food. Chemical hazard result from mismanagement or misuse of chemical substance, resulting in unacceptable risk to human health. Pesticides are chemicals that have been manufactured for purpose of reducing pollution of undesirable organisms. Examples of categories of pesticides are herbicides and insecticides. Most pesticides kill non-target organisms as well as the target, or pest species. The wise use of pesticide can protect human health and agriculture crops. Purification of water. Storage. Water should not be stored for more than 14 days. Filtration. About 99% of bacteria of the ancestors are removed by this process. Chlorination, it is done along with the filtration. Chlorine kills pathogen bacteria, but it has no effect on viruses. Then purification of water, storage, filtration, chlorination. Noise pollution. Noise is defined as an unwanted sound in the wrong place and at the wrong time. Noise is defined as unwanted sound in the wrong place at the wrong time. Effect of noise. Auditory effect, fatigue and deafness, temporary or permanent. Non-auditory effect, interference with the speech. Noise can greatly affect efficiency, annoyance, psychological response, physical change. Increased blood pressure, increased intracranial pressure, increased heart rate and breathing, increased tension, interfere with the sleep. How can you control of noise? Control of noise at source. By application of noise reducer to machine. Control of transmission by covering the room walls with the sound absorbing material. Protection of exposed person. Hearing protection is recommended for all workers exposed to noise, like use earplug or air muffs. Legislation and education. إذن السيطرة على النويز تكون بالcontrol of noise at source, control of transmission, protection of the exposed person, legislation and education. Environmental tobacco smoke is an environmental hazard produced by millions that smoke. Diseases associated with the environmental tobacco smoke including lung cancer and perhaps heart disease. Smoking has been increasing restricted from public buildings and from many private work sites. Regulation of smoking seems to be the best approach to control this pollutant. There are 7 core concepts should be understood: toxicity, exposure, dose response, individual susceptibility, risk and benefit, environmental justice, community resources and action. Toxicity. Toxic word game. Toxic mean poisonous or dangerous. Toxicology is the study of poisons. Toxicity is measure of how dangerous chemical is. Toxicity scale. Toxicity rating: highly toxic, moderate toxic, slightly toxic, no toxic. The signal word on package: highly toxic give danger or poison, moderate toxic, warning, slightly toxic, caution, no toxic, none. How would you rate these products? إن هذه المواد كيف نصنفها بالنسبة للتوكسيسيتي ريتنج؟ البليتشنج classified as highly toxic. Toilet bowl cleaner moderate toxic. Detergent classified as slightly toxic. Baking soda classified as no toxic. Exposure. Exposure is the total amount of hazard that comes in direct contact with your body. The total amount exposure is the total amount of hazard that comes in direct contact with your body. Source of the hazard bus exhaust. إذا مصدر التلوث هو مثلا الكارز. الانفايرمنت باثواي هو الاير. الكونتاكت هو الهيومن. The contact inhaled fumes. Thank you for listening. وإن شاء الله موعدنا معكم مع محاضرات لاحقة.